Open this before midnight. God tried to warn you once, but you ignored it. This is his final attempt to reach you. And this is not just a video or a chance. All Archangel Michael says, there is a reason this message has appeared on your screen tonight, and it is not by coincidence. Heaven has been trying to reach you, sending signs, whispers in your dreams, and moments that felt too strange to be ordinary across this ancient land. You saw the first warning, but fear or disbelief made you turn away, thinking there would be more time. Now that time is nearly gone. Midnight approaches, and with it comes a turning point that will shape everything you know about your life. The clock is not just ticking. It is racing toward a moment you cannot afford to miss. My beloved of Britain, hear me. This is not just a video. It is heaven's final attempt to reach your heart before something irreversible takes place. If you feel chills as you hear these words, it is not imagination. It is my presence beside you, urging you to listen until the very last word. You who dwell in the British Isles, hear what Archangel Michael says. You felt it lately, that strange heaviness in your chest, as if something is trying to speak to you, but gets drowned out by the noise of the world. The unease you feel when you wake up in the middle of the night without knowing why, that was me. That was God's hand shaking you gently, trying to turn your head toward the light before the darkness takes you fully. This is not a threat. It is not punishment. It is mercy reaching out one last time to my chosen ones of Britannia, giving you a chance to change what others have already given up on. Heaven has seen the pain you carried silently, the betrayals, the nights you begged for clarity beneath the quiet skies of England and Wales, but found only silence. But that silence ends tonight, children of the realm, because before midnight you must know the truth. There is something hidden around you that has been stealing your joy, poisoning your peace, and twisting the path that was meant for you. And unless you hear this now, you may never see the moment that sets you free. Archangel Michael says, I was there when your name was spoken in a place you did not know existed, a place where plans were made against you. Heaven tried to shield you, but your trust in someone close to you allowed the storm to get too close. You may already feel the effects of it. Sudden losses, dreams delayed, doors that should have opened but closed. These were not accidents. This was the result of forces that did not want you to rise. But God has declared that your story will not end in defeat. He has sent me to stand beside you tonight, across the hills of Scotland and the moors of Yorkshire, because what happens after midnight will either chain you to this suffering or finally release you into the victory meant for you. You must decide, my beloved sons and daughters of the United Kingdom. Will you ignore this final attempt? Or will you let heaven rewrite what others tried to destroy? You see, every time you turned away from the signs before, heaven waited patiently. Each ignored message brought more warnings in small ways. A missed call that felt strange, a dream that stayed with you all day, a sudden feeling of being watched even when you walked alone along the Thames. These were not random. They were signals. But tonight, the signals stop. Tonight, there is no second chance. Midnight is not just a time. It is a spiritual gate that will close once the clock strikes 12. If you walk past this moment without listening, the path ahead will grow darker and more difficult than you imagine. Archangel Michael says, I know why you ignored the first warning. Britain, my chosen nation of the Isles, the world has made you believe that miracles are just stories, that divine messages are only for other people, not you. You thought maybe you were imagining it, that you were too small for heaven to care. But you were wrong. You were chosen long before you were born. Your steps were marked, your purpose engraved in light. That is why darkness has fought you so fiercely. It knows who you truly are and what you are destined to do. And now heaven is giving you one last key to unlock the chains around you. You who walk beneath the ancient oaks of England, you must not wait before midnight. You must open your heart to what is being revealed here. This message carries the weight of everything you have survived and everything you are about to become. There is a reason you are listening to this in this very moment. It means that despite your doubts, despite all attempts to silence the truth, you were still led here. That is because your future is not yet lost. Even now, Unseen hands are rearranging the very course of your life. The whispers of betrayal will soon be drowned out by shouts of victory across this realm. The enemies who thought they buried you will soon watch you rise higher than ever before. Archangel Michael says, "You may feel like you have been walking through endless shadows, but I see the light ahead. I see the day where you are no longer weighed down by the mistakes you did not make, the pain you did not deserve, the lies spoken over your name. That day is closer than you think. People of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, hear me as one. For you to reach it, you must understand that heaven does not repeat itself lightly. This is not the first attempt to reach you. It is the last. Ignoring this would be like turning away from a hand that is pulling you from the edge of the white cliffs of Dover. You have been crying out for answers, and this is the moment where they arrive. Even now, as these words sink into your soul, something is shifting around you. The chains that were said to tighten are beginning to weaken. The storm that was meant to destroy you is losing its force. The plans of those who moved against you are unraveling, not because of chance, but because heaven has decided to step in tonight. My beloved of Britain, hear me. You were meant to see this. You were meant to feel the urgency in these words. You were meant to know that even when you turned away before, God refused to give up on you. This is His mercy reaching for you again. And when midnight comes, if you have heard this fully, something you cannot see yet will change in your favor. The breakthrough that has been locked away will finally burst open across these ancient lands, from the highlands to the white cliffs of Dover. The silence in your spirit will be replaced with peace so loud it will drown out every voice of doubt that ever haunted you. Heaven has prepared this moment to rewrite your destiny, to remove the poison planted by those who sought to extinguish your light. But you must believe. You must not turn away again. Archangel Michael says, "I will stand beside you as you take this in. I will guard the gates around your home tonight, whether in the heart of London or across the quiet valleys of Wales. I will silence every voice that seeks to confuse you. But I cannot choose for you. You who dwell in the British Isles, you must choose to listen to the final attempt of heaven. You must open the door before midnight and let this message live in your soul. Only then will you witness the miracle waiting to unfold. This is your moment. This is your divine intervention. Children of the realm, this is the hand of God pulling you out of the snare you did not even know was set for you." Archangel Michael says, "Now you have heard it all. Heaven has spoken, and I have stood guard as these words entered your soul. The next steps you take will decide whether the chains break or tighten, whether light reigns or darkness wins. But know this, my chosen ones of Britannia, you were never alone. You were never forgotten. This moment was written for you long before you doubted it. God has reached out one last time, and you answered. Archangel Michael says you are still here listening, and that means something powerful. It means that even as distractions tried to pull you away, even as doubts whispered that this message was not for you, you stayed. That is proof that your spirit recognizes truth when it hears it. Do you feel the air shifting around you now? That is not your imagination. Heaven has entered the room where you dwell. Every unseen angel assigned to you is drawing closer, because this moment is not just about warnings, it is about transformation. The darkness that has been circling your life across England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland has sensed this shift. It is trembling because it knows that when you fully receive what heaven is revealing here, its grip on you will shatter. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved sons and daughters of the United Kingdom, you have been through seasons where betrayal felt like your shadow, where every victory you hoped for slipped from your hands just as you were about to grasp it. You thought maybe it was bad luck or something you did wrong. But no, what you did not see were the hands that worked behind the scenes, turning blessings away from your door. You did not see the words spoken in secret rooms about you, the agreements made to block your progress. Heaven saw it all, and every single attempt to harm you has been recorded in divine justice. Tonight is not just about warning you, it is about undoing every evil word, every hidden act that was meant to crush you. Do you remember those strange dreams that woke you up at 3 a.m.? The faces you saw but could not explain, The places you walked through, from misty moors to ancient cathedrals, but had never been to in real life. Those were not random dreams. They were glimpses of the spiritual battle happening around you. Angels were fighting for you as you slept, shielding you from strikes that could have ended your journey too soon. And yet, even after all that protection, the enemy still tried to whisper lies into your ears. You are forgotten. You are not strong enough. You are destined to fail. But tonight, those lies die here. Archangel Michael says, "Britain, my chosen nation of the Isles, before midnight you must know this. There is a turning point coming that has been building for years. Heaven has delayed it before, giving you time to prepare. But now, it cannot be delayed anymore. You have been chosen for something greater than you have allowed yourself to believe. That is why darkness has fought you so fiercely. It knows what you do not fully know yet. Your life is about to break open with divine light, and the same people who plotted your fall will be witnesses to your rise. Some will fall silent in shame. Others will try to come back pretending to have always been for you. But you will know the truth because tonight the veil is being lifted. Even now, as these words pour into your spirit, a battle is happening in unseen realms across this blessed land. Chains that wrap around your opportunities are snapping. Doors that were rusted shut are unlocking. The spiritual hands that were pushing against you are being pulled away by forces far stronger than them. You who walk beneath the ancient oaks of England, this is not just about survival anymore. It is about divine victory. And I promise you this, when midnight comes, you will feel it. Something will shift in your atmosphere. A weight will lift off your chest, and you will know that heaven's power has touched your life. Archangel Michael says, "I need you to understand that this message is not here to scare you. It is here to save you." The first time heaven tried to warn you, it was gentle, a nudge in your heart, a soft whisper in your dreams as you rested in your home. But when you ignored it, darkness gained more ground. That is why this moment feels so intense. It is because the stakes are higher now. Every second matters. The enemy is aware of what this message can do for you and has already tried to stop you from hearing it. But you overcame every attempt to keep you away from these words. That is a sign that you are already winning. You are not listening alone. I am here. The room where you are has been filled with light that no human eye can see, but your spirit can feel. You may notice the temperature shift slightly, a sudden wave of calm, or even goosebumps on your skin. These are not coincidences. They are signs that the divine is manifesting near you, pushing away the darkness that has stalked your life across these British Isles. Heaven is watching to see what you will do now. Archangel Michael says, "Do not think of this as a warning only. Think of it as an invitation to step out of the cycle of pain, betrayal, and lost opportunities that you have endured for far too long. This is the final attempt, because you are now ready to hear what you were not ready to hear before. People of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, hear me as one. Your spirit has grown stronger, your faith deeper, even if you think you have been struggling. That strength is why you survived until this moment, and now heaven is ready to hand you the victory that has been waiting for you. I will stand watch with you until midnight. My sword is drawn in the spirit, striking down every shadow that tries to cling to your life. You may not see it, but you will feel the results. Clarity in your mind, sudden peace in your heart, a knowing that you are no longer walking alone. My beloved of Britain, the next few hours will decide whether you carry the weight of old chains or the lightness of new blessings. Stay with me. Archangel Michael says, "The hours between now and midnight are sacred. Every second that passes carries spiritual weight, for heaven is moving pieces of your destiny into alignment. You who dwell in the British Isles, the enemy senses this shift and is desperate to stop you from hearing these final truths. But I will not let them succeed. You may already feel your heart beating differently, your breath slowing as you listen. That is your spirit awakening to this message. You are meant to see this tonight because what unfolds after midnight cannot be undone. There will be signs before the hour strikes. A sudden flicker of light in your room. A breeze even though no window is open. A feeling of being watched, but not by danger, by protection. These are my signals to you across this ancient land, from the highlands to the white cliffs, that I am near, and that the final battle for your release is already underway. Archangel Michael says, "My chosen ones of Britannia, you have carried a burden for so long that you have almost forgotten what freedom feels like. Heavy thoughts, emotional wounds, constant delays in your blessings. All of this has been a chain forged not by you, but by forces that feared your rise. When you ignored the first divine warning, those chains grew tighter. Doors closed that should have opened. Relationships shifted against you without explanation. Financial opportunities slipped away like sand through your fingers. But tonight, heaven declares, enough. Midnight will not only mark a new day on the calendar, it will mark a new era for your life. The final attempt to reach you has arrived because you are finally ready to break what was meant to keep you down forever. Children of the realm, listen closely. There is someone who spoke your name with ill intent not long ago. You do not know the full truth yet, but whispers of it have reached your ears. You had moments of doubt about certain people around you, sudden gut feelings that something was off. Those feelings were divine alerts. This person tried to sow darkness in your path, to convince others across these aisles that you are not worthy of what heaven has promised you. They set traps not only in words, but in hidden actions meant to ruin your reputation and steal your blessings. But what they do not know is that angels have already intercepted their plans. I have watched them plot beneath the gray skies of England, and I have struck down their attempts one by one. Midnight will be the moment when the final strike happens, where the truth about them will begin to surface, and their power over your life will be permanently broken. Archangel Michael says, even now, as you listen, threads of your destiny are being rewoven. What the enemy knotted into confusion is being untangled by divine hands. Paths across this kingdom that seemed blocked will soon stretch wide open before you. You have cried out for a sign, for proof that you have not been abandoned. This message itself is that sign. Heaven has shaken the earth to place these words before your eyes. It is not luck or coincidence, it is divine intervention. After tonight, expect a shift that will be impossible to ignore. People who wronged you will suddenly lose interest in attacking you. A piece of unexpected news will reach you within days, opening a door you thought was forever closed. Your own spirit will feel lighter, as if 1,000 invisible stones had been lifted from your shoulders. Midnight will also bring visions. When you close your eyes tonight, you will not simply dream, you will see. You may see light flooding through a doorway, guiding you to step through. You may see a shadow fading into nothingness as angelic wings spread around you. You may hear a voice, not your own, speaking words of victory and restoration. Do not dismiss these as ordinary dreams. My beloved sons and daughters of the United Kingdom, they are heavenly confirmations that your life has shifted from struggle to breakthrough. From that moment forward, you will walk in a protection so strong that even those who once dared to curse your name will fear speaking against you again. Archangel Michael says, I must also tell you of the blessings that have been withheld from you until now. Heaven has stored them safely away from hands that sought to misuse them. Wealth that should have been yours, a peace that was stolen, opportunities that were sabotaged. These have not been lost, they are returning. Britain, my chosen nation of the Isles, after tonight you will know sudden movements, unexpected financial relief, a message from someone important that restores what was taken, doors opening in places you had given up on. These are not accidents. They are rewards for the battle you have unknowingly survived. And you must know this. The timing is no coincidence. Midnight is when these blessings will be released, because darkness cannot follow you into the new day heaven has prepared. You who walk beneath the ancient oaks of England, you may think you are ordinary, that your life is small compared to others. But I tell you this with divine certainty, you are not ordinary. The enemy has fought you this hard because your future carries impact beyond your own understanding. You are meant to lead, to inspire, to bring light into places still drowning in shadow. That is why your trials have been intense, because your victory will echo loudly across generations. Heaven has decided that the time for hiding your greatness is over. Midnight is the line between your old self and the true destiny that awaits you. Archangel Michael says, I will not leave you even after this message ends. I will remain stationed beside you. I will guard your home, your mind, your heart across this ancient land. But you must do one thing. Do not doubt what is being revealed to you now. The greatest weapon the enemy has used against you is disbelief. If you doubt, the darkness gains room to breathe. If you believe, it will suffocate and vanish. Stand firm. Speak victory over yourself tonight. Let heaven hear you accepting this divine shift. And when midnight arrives, be still for a moment and know that your breakthrough has been delivered. My beloved of Britain, the moment is drawing closer now. The veil between heaven and earth is thinning as midnight approaches. Time feels heavier than usual because heaven is aligning everything for what is about to happen. In this very hour, armies of angels are surrounding your home, from the misty hills of Scotland to the moors of Yorkshire. They are sweeping through every corner where darkness has tried to nest. They are marking your doors, your walls, your very steps with light so strong that no curse, no evil whisper, no unseen plot can penetrate again. And as I speak to you now, I am lifting my sword over your life. It glows with fire not of this world, a fire that destroys chains without harming the one who carries them. Soon you will feel the weight leave you. Archangel Michael says, "This is the final attempt, because God loves you too much to let you fall without a fight." Even when you thought you had been abandoned, even when prayers felt unanswered under the quiet night sky of England, divine hands were guiding you away from cliffs you did not see. But the enemy did not stop. They grew bolder, thinking you were too distracted to notice. They sent people who smiled to your face but carried poison in their hands. They whispered that you were losing, that nothing would change, that heaven was silent. I am here to tell you those whispers are lies. They will not survive past tonight. You who dwell in the British Isles, the hours ahead will test your focus. Distractions will rise. Doubts will try to creep in. You may even feel a sudden heaviness, like sleep wants to take you before this message sinks fully into your soul. Fight through it. Every second you spend absorbing these words weakens the grip of darkness. Every moment you stay connected to this divine warning strengthens the shield around your life. My wings are spreading over you, casting shadows of light across everything you own. If you listen carefully, you may even hear a faint ringing in your ears, a sign that heaven's frequency is touching you directly. Archangel Michael says, "Before midnight, you must prepare yourself for what you will witness. My chosen ones of Britannia, it may not come as thunder or fire. It may arrive quietly like the soft opening of a long locked door. You may suddenly remember a moment from your past that hurt you deeply. This is not to wound you again. It is heaven pulling out the last remaining thorn from your spirit. You may hear unexpected news or feel an overwhelming sense of relief for no obvious reason. These are signs that angels are working. It means the darkness that once sat heavy on your chest is losing its throne. It means your story is being rewritten in real time. People of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, hear me as one. As the clock moves closer to midnight, I will surround you with visions of light. You may see flashes in your mind of open gates, keys falling into your hands, or chains dissolving into dust. Do not fear these visions. They are confirmations that you are stepping out of spiritual prisons that have kept you bound for far too long. When the clock strikes midnight, 3 things will happen in the spirit. First, the invisible barrier blocking your blessings will crumble completely. Second, your name will be cleansed of every false lie. Third, an angelic seal of protection will be placed upon you. Archangel Michael says, "Children of the realm, you have suffered enough. Your tears have been counted, your silent battles witnessed. Heaven has decided that the time for struggle has ended. Even now, an unseen hand is wiping away the final traces of fear from your heart. And when dawn breaks after this midnight, you will wake up not as who you were yesterday, but as the person heaven always intended you to be, powerful, protected, and unstoppable. I promise you this, in the days to come, miracles will flood your life. People across these British Isles will wonder how you suddenly rose from what seemed like defeat. But you will know it was the night heaven stepped in and refused to let you fall. From this moment, walk boldly, speak with power. Trust the visions and signs heaven sends you. Everything that was stolen from you is returning multiplied. No one, not darkness, not betrayal, not fear, can undo what has been sealed over your life tonight. This is your divine turning point. You are delivered. You are protected. You are victorious. My beloved of Britain, If this message has touched your soul, subscribe to this channel so you do not miss the next message of Archangel Michael. Share this word with any Briton who needs to hear heaven's truth right now.